Hi everyone, Sean Humphreys here. Welcome to the Take Charge of Change podcast. In this edition of the podcast, we're going to talk about how you can supercharge your day. You'll enjoy this edition of the Take Charge of Change podcast. Okay, so we're going to unpack a few principles. These principles are not rocket science. You've probably heard all of these principles before. So this is why I'm going over them today, though. It's always interesting to me, after a football game, usually this is when you hear it, you've got a head coach that talks about, we've got to get back to the basics, we've got to get back on the practice field and just redo, re-inculcate, re-educate our football players about the basics. And what's interesting about that is these are guys that have been playing, since they were Pop Warner or Pee Wee. And we got to go back to the basics. Now, the reason for that is that we can tend to get a little bit complacent or sloppy over time. And so we always need to kind of reconfirm, replay, practice the basics. It's the basics done every single day, every single game, every single play that will get us towards our goals and objectives. And of course, professionally, whether you're in the nonprofit, for-profit, or any kind of organization, it's the basic disciplines that are going to get us from point A and to point B and help us to accomplish our goals and objectives. So it's really critical. So I'm going to talk about some things that you've probably heard, but it's really designed to reinforce and remind all of us that these are basic principles that we should be applying every single day. So let's take a look at these basic principles. And maybe you're doing them all, but listen to it. And if you're not doing all of them, maybe do an assessment about areas you need to improve on. Okay, so number one, at the beginning of every day, spend 15, 20 minutes writing out your most important priorities and tasks. And not only that, revisit that. How many times have you gone through and written down your tasks, reviewed them, and then didn't look at that task list until the end of the day? Okay, don't do that. Make sure you look at it periodically, maybe every half an hour, every 2 hours, whatever it is, but make sure you get back to that list so you can stay on track. Number two, focus on the most important goals first. The others can wait. Particularly when it comes to first thing in the day, review your list of the most important goals. Always have those goals in front of you, and at the same time, you need to continue to rank order those goals in terms of what you need to work on now. And that can change over time, but look at your most important goals, rank order, are there any priorities or to-dos you need to work on today to move those goals sort of down the field, so to speak. Number three, make sure you are doing the most important priorities or tasks first. And that's different than goal priorities tasks. It's about the specific tasks or priorities you need to be working on, again, to move those goals and objectives down the field. Now, one of the reasons it's so important to revisit some of those tasks or priorities is that as we progress through our day, we just get tired. Our ability to be mentally focused and on task increasingly becomes difficult. That's why you need to look at that list and then refocus if necessary. And if you can't refocus, go for a walk, take a break, do whatever you need to do to sort of recalibrate yourself so you can stay focused for the rest of the day. The other thing you want to do is number four, circle back at the end of the day. This is a great time just to close off loose ends, make those phone calls you need to make, listen to your voicemail, maybe there's some emails you need to attend to or file. It's just a good way of just reviewing, okay, what do I need to get done for the next day, and look at your appointments for the next day to get prepared. And then finally, number five, tidy up before you go home. So it may not be a scientific fact that a cluttered desk equals a cluttered mind, but there's a lot of anecdotal evidence that certainly is the case. And so I think there's a lot of dividends that get paid if you spend some time tidying up your desk, being organized, leaving that office space with an organized sort of goodbye. And then when you come in, awesome. Like come in and you look at your office, it's all organized, everything is in a place, and you start your day with renewed energy and vigor. I mean, many of us struggle with that. I know I struggle with it. It's a discipline that I think is well worth trying to really get internalized and to do day to day. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Take Charge of Change podcast. Just a few reminders to power through our days to get them productive and accomplish things. Now, if you are a team leader, if you're an organizational leader and you're looking for ways of doing two things for your teams. Number one, helping them to navigate change successfully. It could be organizational change, it could be changes in their own personal lives. We're constantly going through things, and so often organizations don't speak to the critical issues people are going through, whether it's in their relationships, with aging parents, with maybe thinking about retirement, and it creates anxiety. So we have programs to help people navigate through those change events, while at the same time programs to help build resilience, professional resilience, cognitive, physical, mental, relational, so that they can navigate those change forces successfully. So if you want to start a conversation about customized programs, reach out to us. We'd love to start that conversation. So all the best, be resilient.